Welcome back, folks. As you can tell, I'm out here at the Hillbilly Hideout. I've got a pile of logs in front of me, wee bit frozen, wee bit snow covered, but I'm going to make some flooring for the tiny house. So I'm going to make those things into some lumber here momentarily. If we look behind us, the snow's been blowing in here. Some of my stuff got covered, including my poor manual here, but I guess you live and you learn. Otherwise, I'm going to fill up the tank up here. I'm going to fill it up with some antifreeze and some water. Hopefully that makes it so it doesn't freeze. I also got to get out the old, what do you call it, torque converter or torque wrench so I can get that belt or that blade up to spec. Other than that, I think I'm ready to get down to work. Okay, Cody, look at you. Okay, go on, go on, go on. folks, if you're ever wondering why I don't get out here in Sawmill in the middle of winter, especially on days like today when it's negative 18 Celsius, well, the reason being is everything is froze solid. You guys saw me put the water in with a mixture of antifreeze thinking it'd be good. Well, it was good for all of, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then everything now is frozen. Went to get my heater to basically defrost things, and now I'm having a heck of a time getting this going. Went to get my torch, hoping that would go. Well, sure enough, I couldn't get that going either. So some days you win, some days you lose. That thing behind me is running perfect. However, I can't get the water to come through, so I got to come up with a different mixture. The logs are all frozen. I think what I'm going to do is give this a few more goes, hoping it works. Take it over, try to defrost the lines and the valves. And if that doesn't work, well, I'm just going to see about cutting some frozen logs just as is without lubrication. Probably not supposed to do that, so don't follow me on that one. But anyways, let's see how this jobber is going to work here. And yeah, that's probably where I'm going to be for the next 10 minutes. So hold on here. Look at that, folks. Thing of beauty. Ah, really? Thought I had it going. Maybe it's got to heat up a bit. The hands are about ready to fall off, so maybe I'll take some time, heat these up while this thing gets going. So where it's frozen is it's freezing down in the valve. You know, the valve that controls when the water comes in and out. I think that's where it's freezing. And unfortunately, at these temperatures, it's freezing the entire line because the water stopped flowing. So hopefully I can get this all thawed out here without melting my lines. What do you guys think the odds of that is? Guess we'll find out. And of course, this has some safety feature where you can't turn it on its side. Everything's fighting me today. Okay, one more time. Get in there. Okay, that's gonna take me a while. Let's see if this is actually gonna work or not. Well, didn't win that one, so it looks like we're cutting these frozen logs without lubrication. Hopefully that's all right. I don't know if it's gonna be or not. Never done it before, so you guys will see firsthand whether this works okay or not. Well, I think we did pretty good, folks. I got a little pile here. I've already piled some up over there by the skidoo, but I'm going to put this into the back of the sleigh of the snowmobile so I can get it over to the tiny house. Once it's over there, this will become flooring. So let's go do that. Let's load her up. Well, folks, that's going to do it for me here today. As you can see, I got a Jag on there, so I'm going to haul it all back up to the tiny house. I got 2 loads to make. Don't want to beat this old skidoo into the ground here. So I appreciate all you guys watching. Come on back next time. I'm going to be installing that in the tiny house. And with fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get that tiny house completely done by this week. And I know I've been saying that for a long time, but I'm actually this close. See that space between the fingers? Yeah, there isn't much there, I tell you. So we're getting there. Anyways, appreciate all you watching. You guys all come on back next time, and I'll see you then. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. For those of you who got sawdust down the gullet, excuse me. For those of you who are wondering, how did that sawmill cut without any lubrication? Well, I can tell you this. It's cold as heck out here. That stuff is frozen, and it seemed to work pretty good. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that every day. I don't know if that caused any long-term damage. It didn't appear to, but it actually cut quite smoothly. I didn't notice any resistance at all. It seemed to provide maybe a bit of lubrication through the frozenness in the wood. I don't know. This is red pine. It was already pretty wet before it froze. So when I look at it, there's like a thin layer of ice that runs along the top of each piece of lumber. That might have been providing the lubrication without the need for the water. What would I do in the future? Well, I'd probably find a solution to put in that reservoir tank that isn't going to freeze. But as I say many, many times, you live and you learn. And I definitely did a bit of learning today. So that's it for me. I'm taking this up to the tiny house. Thanks again for watching, folks. See you next time.